Assalamu alaikum students. In this video lecture I am going to discuss about chapter number 13 carboxylic acid. Let's move to first MCQs. Which of the following is not a fatty acid? A propanoic acid, butanoic acid and acetic acid, these three acids are actually saturated fatty acids, and phthalic acid is a dicarboxylic acid and it is not fatty acid, and it has structure in which benzene ring has two carboxylic functional group. It's like this: COOH and COOH. It's phthalic acid. Second MCQs: which reagent is used to reduce carboxylic group to alcohol? We use diborane and lithium aluminium tetrahydride. We can also use diborane B2H6 and lithium aluminium tetrahydride can also be used to reduce carboxylic group into alcohols. So D option is correct one. Next MCQs: sodium acetate and acetyl chloride react to give. When we react sodium acetate with acetyl chloride, they form acetic anhydride. You can also, it's a chemical reaction. It's sodium acetate. Here is CH3 and oxygen Na positive, and we are going to react sodium acetate with acetyl chloride. It's acetyl chloride. From this you can see that there is a formation of NaCl and one acetic anhydride. Next MCQs: acetic acid and formic acid both exist as a cyclic dimer in Weber state because of this is due to hydrogen bonding, so A option is correct one. Next MCQs: nature of glycine amino acid is actually glycine amino acid is neutral. It's neither acidic nor basic and it's neutral. MCQs number 6: acetic acid is obtained when ethanol is oxidized. When we oxidize ethanol, it forms acetic acid. When we oxidize methanol, it forms formic acid. So acetic acid can be prepared by the oxidation of ethanol. Seventh MCQs: which one of the following product is not formed when acetic acid react with PCl5? Which product will not form by this reaction? CH3Cl will not form during this chemical reaction. So seventh MCQs has correct option is CH3Cl. Eighth MCQs: which of the following derivative cannot be prepared directly from acetic acid? Which of the following derivative cannot be prepared directly from acetic acid? It's acetamide. Acetamide cannot be prepared directly from acetic acid. Ninth MCQs: acetamide is prepared by. How we can prepare acetamide? We can prepare acetamide by heating ammonium acetate, or its correct option is A, ammonium acetate, and it has structure CH3 carbon double bond oxygen NH4. When we heat ammonium acetate, then we will obtain acetamide. Next MCQs: which ester is used for the flavor of banana? Amyl acetate has actually flavor of banana and it can be used as a flavoring. Next MCQ is freezing point of acetic acid is. It has 16.6 degrees Celsius and you can round off, and its correct option is 17 degree Celsius. Glacial acetic acid is miscible in all proportions with. A glacial acetic acid is actually acetic acid and it contains 1% water, 1% or less than 1% water, and so it's acetic acid and can be salt or miscible. It can be miscible in water, ether as well as alcohol. So D option is correct. All of these 13 MCQs. The carbon atom of carbonyl group is it is sp2 hybrid. In this, carbon is bonded with oxygen, doubly bonded with oxygen. One bond is sigma and second is pi bond. The boiling point of carboxylic acids are, these are relatively high due to hydrogen bonding. Carboxylic acid on reaction with lithium hydride are reduced to. When we react lithium hydride with carboxylic acid, they forms alcohol. They form alcohol. So C option is correct. Which of the following is commonly known as vinegar? Acetic acid is known as vinegar. 17th MCQs. When ethyl alcohol is oxidized with potassium dichromate and dilute sulfuric acid, which of the following is produced? Which of the following is produced? From ethyl alcohol, the first product will be acetaldehyde, and second product will be acetic acid. So among these options, B is the correct one, acetic acid. Next, zwitterine is also called. Zwitterine is actually the ion which is dipolar, and it is also known as internal salt and has dual nature. It is acidic as well as basic. So its correct option is C, because it is also known as dipolar ion and internal salt. 19 MCQs. Amino acid can be synthesized by reaction of alpha bromo acid with ammonia. When we react alpha bromo acid with ammonia, they form amino acids. A reaction of acids with alcohol is known as esterification. Its second name is Fischer esterification. By the reaction of acids and alcohols, there is a formation of esters, so it is known as esterification. Toluene can be oxidized to benzoic acid by. We know that potassium permanganate, potassium dichromate cannot oxidize benzene ring. When we use these oxidizing agent, they convert side chain of benzene ring into relative aldehyde or ketone or carboxylic acid. So in case of toluene, CH3 group will convert into COOH in the presence of KMNO4 or K2Cr2O7. So C option is correct one. Next, when 2 moles of acetic acid are heated with P2O5, the product form is acetic anhydride. It will form acetic anhydride. So C option is correct. Dash of the following 4 reaction, formic acid and acetic acid, differ in which respect? A replacement of hydrogen by sodium, both can perform this reaction. Formation of ester with alcohol, both can also give Fischer esterification reaction. Reduction of Fehling solution, it is the only reaction which can be given by formic acid. When we react a Fehling solution with formic acid, they form copper oxide or red precipitate of copper oxide and acetic acid do not give this reaction. Glacial acetic acid at 17 degrees Celsius, it's a ice-like solid. It is actually acetic acid in the form of solid, and its correct option is B. 25 MCQs. Weakest acid among the following is it's water. Water is the weakest acid among these. Ethyl alcohol react with acetyl chloride to form. When we react ethyl alcohol with acetyl chloride, they form ethyl acetate. Which of the following is strongest acid? Acidity of carboxylic acid depend upon the substituent attached to alkyl group. If substituent is electron donating in nature, then the acid will be weaker, and if substituent is electron withdrawing in nature, then acid will be strong. So according to these options, fullerene is the most electronegative and has greater ability to attract electronic density toward itself. So A option is correct one. CF3COOH will be stronger acid among all of them. 28th MCQ, HCOOH reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid to produce. Sulfuric acid is actually dehydrating agent, and it will remove water molecule from carboxylic acid and will form carbon monoxide and water. So A option is correct one. A hydrolysis of an ester gives a carboxylic acid which on Kolb's electrolysis yield ethane. The ester is, what will be the ester? And we firstly hydrolyze that ester into carboxylic acid, and that carboxylic acid will form an ethane. According to this statement, ethyl acetate is the ester that will produce ethane. 30 MCQs. Carboxylic acid are more acidic than phenol and alcohols because of it is due to resonance stabilization of their conjugate base. Acidity of any acid depends upon the stability of its anion, S character, and solvent. If anion is stable, then there will be stability of anion will lead to acidity. In that case, acid will be stronger. In case of 31st MCQs, organic compounds having fruity smells, or these are esters. Esters are used as a flavors. 32 MCQs. The solution of the acid used for seasoning of food is we can use acetic acid for the preservation of food and seasoning of food. 33 MCQs. Which of the following is not a fatty acid? Again, there is a repetition of MCQs, and we have already studied this MCQs, and its correct option is phthalic acid. Next MCQ, 34 MCQs. Acetic acid was first isolated from. The second name of acetic acid is also vinegar, so it is isolated from vinegar. Acetic acid was first isolated from, again repetition of MCQs. The molecular mass of protein is, it is greater than 10,000. Greater than 10,000 amino acids are prepared by. Its method is Straker's synthesis. In Straker's synthesis, we react aldehyde with ammonia, then its product is treated with cyano, then there will be the formation of amino acids. Its correct option is Straker's synthesis. The molecular mass of protein is it's greater than 10,000. 10,000. 39 MCQs. Molar mass of acetic acid obtained by elevation of boiling point method is it was 120. Why it was 120? Although acetic acid has 60 gram per mole, It is due to hydrogen bonding because the molecules of acetic acid remains in solution as a dimer, so its mass is 120 in case of dimers. 40 MCQs. Which compound is polyprotic acid? Acids may be categorized into two types on the basis of proton donation. If any acids give only one proton, then it will be monoprotic acid. If any acids can donate two proton in solution, then it will be di or polyprotic acid. And among these, C option is correct because in this there are two carboxylic group and has the ability to donate two protons in solutions. Dipolar structure of Zeter ion is also called. It is also known as internal salt. We have already studied this MCQs. It is also known as internal salt. The flavor of amyl acetate is. We have also studied this MCQs. It's banana. Acetic acid is manufactured by fermentation process. Most important MCQs. 44 MCQs. The organic acid that does not have carboxylic group is it's picric acid, and it is actually 2, 4, and 6 trinitrophenol. It is like this. Here is a phenolic group. Here is NO2, and NO2. It is picric acid. Tyrosine was first isolated from. Tyrosine was firstly isolated from cheese, so it's correct option. Tyrosine was first isolated from butter. It was isolated from butter, so its correct option is C. Phthalic acid is it is dicarboxylic acid. We have studied its structure. In phthalic acid, two carboxylic group are attached at ortho positions. In case of 47 MCQs, the reagent used to convert carboxylic acid directly to alkane is. Which reagent is used for the conversion of carboxylic acid into alkane? It's hydrogen iodide and phosphorus, red phosphorus. So A option is correct one. 48 MCQs. Which acid is used in the manufacture of synthetic fiber? It's acetic acid. We can use acetic acid for the manufacturing of synthetic fibers. The amino acid which cannot be synthesized by our body are. These are 10 in numbers. We know that almost 20 amino acids are used for the protein synthesis, and among those amino acids, 10 are the essential amino acids and 10 are the non-essential. In case of 50 MCQs, which one of the following is an unsaturated carboxylic acid? It's malic acid. Malic acid is the unsaturated carboxylic acid, and it has structure like this. Now you can see it's malic acid, and it is prepared by the catalytic oxidation of benzene. When we perform catalytic oxidation of benzene, it forms malic anhydride. On addition of water, malic anhydride converts into malic acid. Its cis form, when we studied about its trans form, it converts into fumaric acid. Students, if you have any question regarding these MCQs, you can ask in comment section. Please like my videos, share to others, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.